So, the new season of the finals has been here for a little bit now. I think we're in week 2 of it. And I've had some time to think about it. And something that really struck me is that it's not a hero shooter, which is probably obvious to most of the people watching this. But for me, I guess I've been so used to hero shooters over the years and all these sort of hero shooter mechanics being infused into other games that I couldn't shake the concept in my mind. I even made a video about how lights didn't have a proper class identity. In my mind, I guess I just thought about it as being like a hero shooter with customizable heroes. And that's really not what the finals is. The finals is actually like a reaction to the hero shooter, and a counter hero shooter sort of design philosophy. Really, what the finals wants to do is to be a game that just lets you build your own class however you want. And again, this should have been obvious to me a while ago, but it just sort of clicked to me this season because of the fact that they added healing emitter and H+ infuser to the heavy and light builds respectively. And it's really amazing, actually. It's so freeing and liberating. Over the past 10 years, basically since the release of Overwatch, you've just seen every game cramming these hero shooter mechanics down our throats, right? Like, everything's got to have, classes and hero shooter stuff. Call of Duty tried it for a bit with was it Black Ops 4 or something? You obviously, you've got games like Apex, for a hero shooter battle royale is essentially what that is. You've got Valorant for hero shooter Counter-Strike, right? And you've got Bungie trying to release Marathon for hero shooter extraction shooter, right? Like everyone's just cramming this sort of concept into as many different subgenres of the FPS as they can. And I think that people are sick of it. I know I was sick of it. It's something where eventually it just gets really frustrating to be locked into a certain character, a certain role, and it's like, I want to be able to have this thing on this guy. I want to be able to be fast, but I still want to be able to heal. I want to be a guy with a lot of HP, but I still want to be able to do damage. And the finals really, really allows for all of that. Aside from all of the new, cool, unique stuff that it does that is amazing. And if you're somebody who's watching this who's never heard about the finals or watched the finals, I really recommend going and watching some gameplay videos to see what this game is all about, because it's truly amazing. It's truly unique. It's very different from any FPS that you've ever seen. But that being said, it's one of the things that it's doing, one of the many things it's revolutionizing is just, the way that we think about classes and the pushback against this sort of new school current establishment hero shooter mindset that AAA developers have. In a way, it's a lot more old school, right? Like obviously Battlefield was always about letting you customize your classes, but I think they've taken it to an even greater degree in the finals. And that to me is just, it's a truly liberating thought. Again, I've already been playing it for the past year, right? Like I've played since I think the open beta. And it's just taken me this long to finally realize it. But I think the reason why I wanted to make this is, to me, there's some other people who play the game who still think the way that I do. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously it's in there. I saw, people when they saw the healing being added to heavy and light, saying like, oh, this, takes away the class identity from medium. And that's a very similar mindset to the way that I thought before this season. And so I completely get it. But like I said, I think that we collectively have been missing the point of what Embark has been doing here, which is attacking the idea of like a hero shooter and really just trying to create an environment for as much customizability and the ability to make your own class as possible, which I really love about it. It's really refreshing, actually. It's probably one of the things that's kept me in here this whole time, still 100% invested. I mean, one of the things, I could gush about all the mechanics, the movement mechanics, the unique game mode, the shooting mechanics, all of their more unique weapons, the melee weapons and the grenade launchers and all that stuff, the gadgets, the destructibility. Here I am going on. It's all great. There's so much good stuff about it. But the aesthetics, right? But, at its core of all of that, I guess, are these classes. And so I think it's important to understand them and think about them in the correct way, because you'll just be happier that way. And then you'll just be thinking like, ooh, how cool of a class can I come up with? Can I build, right? Like building a deck in Magic the Gathering or something. Like how cool and unique can I be? It's just this really refreshing thought that I've had. And when you see again these AAA studios still clinging to it, right? Like Sony making friggin' Concord, another hero shooter, Marathon, trying to be hero shooter extraction game that Bungie is putting out, and these games not being received well. I think it really lends to the fact that there's just hero shooter fatigue. We had superhero fatigue, now we've got hero shooter fatigue. I guess we're just done with heroes as a society, which hopefully that doesn't have greater implications. But I'm very, very excited about this season, and I think that they're doing a lot of really cool stuff, and I hope that the rest of the games industry sort of looks at this and has the right takeaway, right? About what's making this game pop off, because I think it is finally starting to pop off. I think it's building up steam, and I think this year we're really going to see it sort of have a jump in popularity, which, I mean, it doesn't need. I'm able to get into games very quickly as is, but like, I think we all like the finals and we want to see it do well, and so we all want it to be more popular. We want to see it in the top 3 games on Twitch or whatever. We want to see these gigantic esports tournaments for it. I know I do, even though it's not needed, but it's like, it's our favorite guy. We're rooting for them. We want them to be number one. So anyway, back on topic. If you are sick of hero shooters and you want something fresh and new, and you don't just want to go back to Call of Duty because that's all there is, which there isn't, but you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, really give this a try. It's going to be unique, it's going to be different. I think that a lot of people just need to accept that and understand it and, bask in it, embrace it, because I think that's what you're looking for. I've been in games where I've played with people where they're like, oh, I came from Call of Duty to this, and it's like, I don't like all the flying around and the zipping and these things that are different. And I'm like, so you're saying that you just want it to be Call of Duty, in which case why'd you stop playing Call of Duty? So yeah, Call of Duty, it is not hero shooter, it is its own thing, and I love it. Anyway, I got off the rails and rambly at the end. I was really trying to not. I think I was strong at the beginning of the video, but I've got some more structured videos coming up, 2 new structured ones. They're both going to not be about the finals, but it's stuff that I really want to talk about. That won't necessarily be a habit of mine, but just stuff happened recently to where it became pertinent for me to make videos about those. So expect those coming up after this one. Hopefully you liked this, and hopefully you'll like those new videos that are coming on. See you in the next one.